Hello, Uppy. Today we are recording a video about how we met and how we got married. Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Thank you for watching. Thank you also for your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, we hope that you'll consider subscribing.
In today's video, Susan and I will be talking about how we met because we read all your comments and then we found out that this is one of the most asked questions.
Yeah.
So, Susan and I got married in 2016. Yeah, let's start with how we met.
So I came to Bangkok in 2011.
And I came to Bangkok in 2014.
Yeah. I came to work at an international school, a Christian international school, and I taught middle school and a little bit of high school English.
And I came to work with Thailand Youth for Christ. And what I do is like I would also normally go to different schools.
So I was teaching and Warjihan was volunteering at the school on Wednesdays to take some kids out of chapel to do discipleship, like a smaller group discipleship with those students, and also get to know them and build a relationship with them. So as a teacher, I'm kind of protective of my students, and when I saw him, I was like, who's this guy walking around and like taking the kids out of chapel and, you know, always hanging out at the school on Wednesdays? And I kind of just ignored him, probably, to be honest, because I'm always wary of strangers with my students.
Well, when I saw you first time, I'm like, oh, who is this like teacher? Like she's so strict, and then like she's like.
I mean, you were never in my class, so you can't really say I'm strict, but
I saw you like during the chapel,
like tough,
passing by, yeah. So like
tough.
Not friendly.
I have been accused of being not friendly a few times. Sorry.
So this was around 2014 November.
Oh, well.
When we first like see each other.
I don't remember exactly when it was, but I do remember we had a sleepover at the school.
So yeah, that's around November.
And I had to coordinate breakfast or something, and then you prayed for breakfast. So that's the first time that we just talked, like, hey, okay, you're praying now. And that was it. I don't really have many memories of that. I'm sorry.
Right. So yeah, we didn't talk after that.
Yeah.
But then maybe like the next month, I think in December, was it December?
No, it was February.
Fast forward to February 2015, it was on Wednesday during the school chapel. So normally during the chapel, I will sit at the back.
Oh, normally you took the kids out, but for that Wednesday, you didn't take them out.
Yeah.
I don't remember why.
Because my students were involving in the worship.
Oh.
So that's why I just came to see them.
Okay, and then for some reason, I was also sitting in the back. Because normally I sat with my students.
Right.
So I don't remember why I wasn't sitting with them, but Worship was sitting at a table in front of me, and it was the weirdest thing. It's never happened before, and it hasn't happened again, but I had this thought, oh, I like his hair.
Ooh.
And then, second later, oh, he's cute.
Ooh.
And then right after that, I thought, I'm gonna talk to him.
So all this time you were behind me, right?
Yes.
And I was not aware that you were.
Well, no one is. Oh, I thought you were gonna say you were not aware of my thoughts.
No,
one is.
yeah, I was not aware of your thoughts,
Definitely.
but also I was not aware that you were behind me. I think I was.
But you didn't care because
I didn't care.
We were like nothing to
Right.
each other at that time.
Right. So normally after the chapel, I will hang out around the basketball court, and while I was sitting there, I also saw Susan just sitting there by herself and reading the book I Am Malala.
Yeah, so I went outside because I knew he went outside after chapel. I don't know how I knew that, but I think you were playing basketball when I came out, actually.
I think so.
And so I sat at a picnic table and I was reading I Am Malala.
So you were like intentionally waiting for me, right?
I was.
And like, what do I know?
I was. So I was, we were reading that book with my 11th graders. And so I was just reading ahead of them. And yeah, you came up to me and you said, oh, isn't she from Pakistan? Or
Right.
you said something about the book.
Yeah, because it was during the time that she got the Nobel Prize.
Oh.
So she was on the news. So I asked like, isn't she from Pakistan? And then Susan started saying yes and this and that. And so
that was our first conversation.
yes.
And I don't really remember what else.
I think we talked like about 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a short conversation.
So you asked me like where I'm from and then what do I do, and then
So you remember?
a little bit like
Okay.
you. I remember I told you like I'm from Northeast India, like Tangkul Naga. I don't know whether you know or not. And then
Nope.
and then she also mentioned like, oh, I've been teaching here for maybe like
At
3
that point, it
years
was
or
almost
4 years.
4 years. Yeah.
4 years, and then just like that, we just talked for 5 minutes and say, okay, nice to meet you, and then I went on to play again
Yeah.
basketball.
Well, I remember saying like I have to go now, which I didn't, but I was nervous.
Maybe you were nervous.
100% I was nervous, so I just said okay, bye, see you later.
So that was
February 4th.
February 4th in the morning,
Yeah.
after chapel, and then what happened in the evening?
He really likes to put me through this. So after school, I went downstairs to find him because that day my mom had told me that there was a missions conference in Bangkok and that some of their friends from Fiji were going to be there, so I wanted to see them. So I was looking for you because I wanted to invite you, but you weren't there. You'd already left. So I went to the chaplain, who was the one who worked with you, and I asked him for your number, and he gave it to me. So I called you, and it was ringing, and then finally you answered, and I said, hey, do you want to go with me to this missions conference tonight?
So I normally left the school around 2 in the afternoon, and then I went home, and then so you called me around 4 or 5.
No, like 3 or 3:30.
Okay, so you called me around 3:30 after school, and I was planning to go to Bible study that night, and then all of a sudden some unknown number called me and like, I don't have that much friends here in Bangkok, and I normally don't get a phone call. Even though if I get from WhatsApp or like through Facebook, but not from here. So I was reluctant to pick up the call. But anyway, I just picked it up, and then you asked me, there is a mission conference in Sukhumvit Soy 11 tonight, and I'm planning to go. Would you like to come? And I'm like, oh. I didn't give you straight away the answer. I was like stuck because I don't know what to do. Because I have Bible study, but then I also don't want to say no, because in the morning when we had the conversation, it was kind of friendly.
What does friendly mean? Just friendly or more than friendly? Just friendly.
Just friendly.
Okay.
And then I thought, okay, sure, I will come. So then he sent me the address. You lined me.
Okay.
And then, but yeah, I remember it was kind of strange. Like it happens like very fast, the way that we get to know each other, and then so that evening the conference got over, and I remember you got very cold.
Yeah, it was really cold in there.
So I offered you my jacket, right?
Did I wear it? Didn't I have my own sweater?
No, you were wearing jean jacket,
Oh,
but then
yeah.
I think you were wearing skirt.
Oh, I was wearing a dress.
So to cover up your leg, I think I gave you my jacket.
I have like a very faint memory of a jacket.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gave you my jacket, and then we met the Fijian guy.
Moses O'Connor, who took a picture with us. Thank you, Moses. That is our very first picture together.
The first.
We
day.
treasure that picture. Yeah.
After the conference, you went with your friends,
Okay.
and I went home by myself. I took the train, but then I remember like we were chatting online.
Yes.
So while I was on the train, all the time, I remember like we're just chatting.
Yeah.
and I think we ended up chatting like till midnight that
Was
day.
it that night or the second night? I don't remember, but I still have our whole conversation from beginning in 2015 on my iPad in the app.
Really?
Yeah, so I could check, but you'd have to scroll for like 2 years to get to the top.
I think okay, and then what happened?
So we went to the conference the next day, the next night.
How that happened? Because
I don't remember.
Because you invited me again.
Well, of course.
So she asked me like, hey, if you're free tomorrow, let's go back again to the conference.
And we went, and I remember waiting for you. I was like in a cafe with my friends, and I was nervous, I think, and then waiting for you. And then the speaker that night, it was kind of boring.
Oh yeah.
So we left. Like we were sitting in the back, and it was really cold again, and we left.
Right.
And we went to McDonald's.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and then we sat outside Terminal 21.
We sat outside Terminal 21
and ate McDonald's.
We sat there like for 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, it's longer than that, I'm sure. And then
I asked you like, let me take you home, but then you said you're okay.
Okay, and also we didn't really live close, so
Right.
I didn't really need to be taken care of, and I don't want people to go out of their way. I don't know. I don't remember what I was thinking that night. So I mean, just that I liked you.
But yeah, you took the taxi and then I took the train. I think the second night, that was the night that we ended up chatting till very
Yeah, because I'm
late.
not sure that
Not the first night.
I'm not sure that it was the first night.
And then
Oh, so in April I got sick, and I was in the hospital for a little while, and you wanted to come see me, and I didn't really. Like when you're in the hospital, you honestly don't really want people to see you because you're sick. Like you don't feel good and you don't look good. So I said, no, please, I don't want you to come. And at that point, I think we started talking. Because for a little bit we weren't really talking anymore.
Yeah.
And then I got sick. You were messaging me asking to come. And then sometime after that, so towards the end of May, we were talking about dating. And so I asked you, when you came to my apartment, I asked you to bring a list of what you expected from a relationship and from the person that you would date, right?
right.
So I had a piece of paper, I hope I still have it, where I wrote down 3 things that I expected.
Mm-hmm.
And you came with a notebook and like several pages. We still have it. I'm not sure how many pages, but multiple pages of your expectations. So I was like, man, I thought, I'm kind of ahead of this game, but no, you showed me up with your list.
I mean, if you want to get married to the person that you like, you have to take serious, right?
Yeah, but we weren't talking about marriage.
No, but I'm saying
we were dating.
if you are dating, that means
you're looking to get married.
we were 28 by then. No, we were 29. So the reason we come up with the list of expectation is like we are totally coming from different backgrounds and we don't know. I don't know what she expects dating with me. The same thing with me. So like these are some of my priorities. These are the things I expect from you. These are the things that I commit to the relationship and so on. So yeah, we came up with a list of expectations and
yes, and I was just shocked by how long yours was, but in a good way. So
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. So then I think that was a Saturday. I think that was a Saturday because
Yes.
then the next Saturday we had our first date
That is
at the soccer game. So
football game.
at the football game. So Chelsea's B team played the Thai national team
Right.
at the stadium down the street from my apartment. So that was our first date, May
Yeah.
30th, 2015.
And then fast forward like
June, July, August, September, October.
so in May we started dating and then I think we got to spend a lot of time together and we
Yeah.
got to know each other. So and then we started falling in love with each other more and more. And then remember one time you wanted to kiss me? And then I said, nah, I'm not gonna kiss you until
Until?
you say
I love you.
I love you. And yeah, so around October we started to get serious, and then we wanted. I messaged her parents, and I emailed your parents.
Okay.
And then inquiring like more about you, and also like I FaceTime your parents, and then I asked your father, like your mother also was there.
Oh.
And then like I asked if I'm okay marrying you.
Okay.
And then your parents are like very supportive.
Which they've never met him. So I kind of feel sorry for them. They don't get to meet you and they're giving their approval without ever having known you. So you asked my parents when my dad proposed to my mom, the date. So you found out it was November 4th.
I secretly emailed Susan's mom to find out the day when
my dad proposed to her.
Yeah, and then she told me it was on November 4th. So I fixed the date. I'm saying I'm going to propose to you on the 4th.
So we actually met at my favorite coffee shop, which I don't drink coffee, but this shop has a really beautiful outdoor area down the street from my apartment, and they have smoothies and these waffles that I love. So you told me to meet you there, and I knew that you were proposing. So it wasn't a surprise, but it was still special. And then I think, is that when you told me that today is the day that your dad... Did you tell me that day, or did I know that before?
Day, after I proposed to you.
Okay. So, gosh, the proposal, babe.
I was with the ring, and then I'm like, she's restless because she knew that I'm going to propose.
Yeah, and I want to see my ring.
But I'm like so calm, and then I went down on one knee, and then I proposed to you. And then you said, okay.
Did I?
Yeah.
I didn't say yes?
You said yes.
Oh, okay.
So that was on November 4th, 2015.
Yeah. So I remember after we got engaged, like we walked back down the street to my apartment. I just kept looking at my ring and like, finally, I'm engaged and I have this beautiful ring, and I'm getting married.
Can you show them the ring?
Not now.
So in our future video, we will talk about our wedding, like especially like our preparation for the wedding and then the actual wedding. Guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to our channel if you haven't. See you next time.
Hello everyone, and welcome to our YouTube channel. Today, Watchihan and I will be discussing how we got married. Did you see how my accent changed?